Literally went into the show literally knowing nothing. I thought it was just a political or show or like kind of like a documentary kind of thing. I knew it was fictional, but it was like, okay, I get it, and it looked boring. It looked really boring. I came a bit surprised. What up, my Cheese Army? How y'all doing? It's Cheese Monster bringing you back with another review for House of Cards. As you know, the season 1 review. I'll be doing all seasons up to season 4 because I know season 5 is coming out next year. You know, you got to do all the seasons. Yeah, this season took me a while to actually review because I had a lot of things to do, such as school. But you know, it's summer break. You know, what's better than watching a political show in the summer, right? Anyway, so this show, it stars Kevin Spacey, Robin Wright, Michael Kelly, and Kate Mara, and this cast is just amazing, but the story is even better. The story stars pretty much Kevin Spacey's character. He's this political upcoming figure, he's a congressman, and he's trying to come up in the world of politics. He's trying to be the guy. But then the newly appointed president pretty much backstabs him, tells him, hey, I'm not going to recommend you for this posting, I'm just going to keep you as a congressman because, you know, you're good in that area. And he's a bit upset and he wants revenge for this thing. And he pretty much teams up with his wife, Robin Wright, Claire, and he pretty much is trying to pretty much play the right cards in his White House to see how he can manipulate people in order to get the things that he wants done. And this show is amazing. I love this show because this show, spoiler warning, is just that it's a lot of dialogue. It's just people talking, and sure, there's some like sex scenes, nudity, so a bit of violence, but those are like drawn out there in the right moment. But most of the time it's just dialogue, and you're talking and they're manipulating, they're pretty much conversations, and you believe these conversations, and they tell stories, and it's great to tell every single character through dialogue. Most shows, they show you a character, but really this show pretty much demonstrated through writing and demonstrated through dialogue by these characters talking. You realize what character is which. In fact, I thought Kevin Spacey was a good guy, but now I'm a bit iffy about that. It's so great to show these character tropes throughout, and you know, Kevin Spacey and Robin Wright work well as a couple because they're so off that you don't know if they're going to kill you. They talk in monotones, and it's just like dude, first of all, you're boring sometimes, but second of all, you creepy as fuck. I mean, how are you a couple? And Kevin Spacey never barely laughs in this, or barely even like smiles. It's just him pretty much pretending, and he's manipulating all these people to do what he wants. He wants to get an education bill to do exactly this. He's going to do this, and he's just like, I don't give a shit. I'm just going to do this, and I'm going to do it my way. I'm not going to do it any other way. And it's great how he would literally do that and literally take risks. And as a politician, that's what every politician does. And listen, Kate Mara's part is also great. The show pretty much revolves around Kevin Spacey, but all the side characters like Michael Kelly or Kate Mara, these characters also play in as side characters, and they do a great job enhancing the story that already is. This show literally talks about corruption, power, greed, and it's amazing how they would do this in this story or narrative style, but you as the audience member is literally looking for clues to see, is this off, or what is wrong, or like, oh, wait, and the similarities in our world exist, they coexist, and it's just like, this could be our America. It's just crazy, and I like how they play that. I know it's based off a novel, I saw it in the credits, but gotta give props to the author on this one. Damn, like this is pretty good, and it shows the corruption of like what this guy would do for power and corruption. It's great. It's like literally a modern style of Macbeth. If you don't know Macbeth, pretty much a Shakespeare play. I don't even know why I brought it up. Point is, this show is amazing. I liked it. I loved it. And the dialogue and the conversations do get on edge. Sometimes they're a bit boring, but besides that, those one or two tropes, this show does everything right as a political show. It keeps you engaged, it keeps you interested. And listen, don't binge watch the show. These are not like Marvel candy shows on Netflix like Daredevil or freaking Jessica Jones, where you can literally like skip an episode, you'll be fine. This show you need to literally have laser focus, because sometimes they talk like really fast or a little slow, and you can't pick up on what they're saying. So sometimes you're like, okay, I had to rewind that a bit. And sometimes I did skip, but those were like boring parts, and that's another negative about this. Sometimes there'll be some slow parts, and I expected that. Sometimes I did expect that. I was like, okay, it's not their fault. They had to do it because they have to introduce narratives, and the characters, they never annoyed me. In fact, I was interested in every single character's little story or backstory or something like that when they introduced themselves, and it's great. I love the show, and like it's like amazing, and I'm glad to see season 2 now, because like this show was recommended by Amandilian. I think Amandilian, yeah, that's your name. Point is, yeah, great for recommending this show, because I should have seen this like ages ago. This show was amazing, and I love the political spectrum that they're going through. Bottom line is, this show literally talks about corruption, greed, power, and the whole political spectrum, and our world, and like how it revolves and how it brings into society, like how news journalists or pretty much bystanders or people strikes or just general political views. It's insane how they tackled all of that in this fictional world. And it seems so realistic, the way they filmed it and the way they shot it. There's barely anything. It's just wide shots, and it's just amazing. The colors were magnificent and all of that. It's a great show for you to watch. Don't watch it with your kids though. This show literally will bore them, and it's not appropriate for them. You probably knew that, but because it's called House of Cards. But watch the show, enjoy it, because I love this show, and I'm gonna give it a 4.2 out of 5. This show could have deserved a 5, because it was an amazing show. It's just that sometimes, for me personally, it was a bit slow, but that's a minor warning. Point is, watch the show. Kevin Spacey did a great job. All these actors, the story and the narrative, and you as an audience are engaged in this whole show. So anyway, what did you think about House of Cards? I know this was a bit brief, but hey, you know, I'm trying to keep this spoiler free. Let me know if you want a spoiler review of this. I could do it, probably. Maybe after 2 weeks, because I'm leaving. Yeah. Anyway, let me know in the comments below. Like this video, and